When you see a movie, the movie is a dictatorship. The movie dictates you what to see, what to hear, and they speak, and then you will have no choice but to sit down in a chair, and then from that screen get all the information.
Kino Studio was founded and built a few years after the Second World War, when in Albania the new communist regime was being installed, and it was simply political. Albania and Soviet Union were partners in their political relations and economical relations, and it was the Soviet Union that sponsored the building of Kino Studio.
And the studio was like really great, very well equipped. You had, as a director, you had a crew of almost 45 people, in terms of from the ADs, the costumes, the designers, and etc. It was a fully equipped studio.
For films that reflect the Second World War, for example, the marine, the military was in disposal of Kino Studio. Airplanes or military troops or military weapons, everything was in disposal of Kino Studio for free. At the time, it was meant to be a propaganda tool for the people, so the regime would take its position and begin to spread the ideology among the people.
Because the money was coming from the government, it was the same as Cinecittà that was created from Mussolini. It was the same that the big industry in Nazi Germany was created from Nazis, because they wanted the cinematography to serve their ideologies. The same thing happened here.
So there were no films that went beyond this ideology after production, because there were very much organized filters through the production, so the final product should be inside the frames. The hero should result victorious in the end. There was no chance that a hero would let him down or explode in tears or be unhappy. For example, the hero should also be a positive figure that would fight for the good of all, for building a new life for the country. Even he would also give his life for the country.
When you were the good guy, you were not allowed to swear, to say, you know, this is not good, this is not good. The bad characters, you can talk against the regime, and then at the end you get shot, okay, you get in prison. But I mean, it was easier to tell the truth in the communist time, where you're playing a bad character compared to playing a good character. With the crawling down of the communist regime, the whole structure was reorganized. In our countries, the culture has the smallest budget in the government, so you have to fight to increase that and to increase that. We don't have big studios, so we adapted kind of the industry, making smaller movies. Initially, we had the communist dictatorship. Now you had the economic dictatorship. You can't find money to make the movie, which is the same horrible as that one. You are free to do whatever you want, but then you won't give me money because you think that this is not marketable, this is not sellable. There is a huge dictatorship too. So it's, unless you do something that others like, and that's the same as the communists do. They say, do communist movie, we'll give you the money. Now they say, well, do something that sells, and I'll give you the money. So it's the same dictatorship. Because we are in post-communist period of time now, I could see that almost, let's say, 70% of the movies deal with that time. It's because it's interesting for the rest of the international markets. But then it will come a time after some years, then you will have to say something else. So you need to talk about the society, about where you live, about what you see, about if you like it or not. I prefer to do smaller movies today than doing bigger movies at that time, in case they put me in dictatorship. I better be in a room free when nobody hears me than be a slave in a big crowd that they adore me and I say BS, you know, and they accept it because they're told to do so. No. I want to be true to myself. Being true to myself, I'll be true to others.
It was a big cinematography for a small country, and our archive is a big archive for a small country like Albania is, and it's an important archive, and we're lucky to have preserved these films, and our duty as archivists is to preserve, to keep these materials available for future generation and to have them accessible for them, so the people can explore our history.
We live together, we know each other better, we know culture and we exchange. It becomes a good element in communicating, and then once you build this kind of a relationship, it's more difficult for those kind of people to hate each other, because they know each other on the good sense of the word, on the qualities, on the values. So the hate is difficult to get apocalyptic proportions, so let us say. So I see cinema as a mean of peace, and the industry as a mean of peace.